Welcome to the debate. Today, we're dissecting the essential nature of the Italian experience. And the central tension here seems pretty clear. Is the true value of a journey to Italy found in the monumental weight of its history and high art, the so-called open-air museum? Or is it found in the sensory, atmospheric immersion of the present moment? I'll argue that its primary significance lies in that intellectual engagement with history and culture.
And I'll be taking the opposing view. While history certainly provides the stage, I think the essence of Italy is a journey of the senses. It's defined not by what you learn, but by what you feel. Through the cuisine, the landscapes, and just the intangible magic of the atmosphere.
Okay, but let's look at the reality of the destination. Italy is first and foremost a repository of human achievement. When you enter Rome, the eternal city, the experience isn't defined by a vibe. It's defined by the echoes of gladiators at the Colosseum. Vatican City is a must-see specifically because of the truly awe-inspiring architecture of St. Peter's Basilica. Even if you move north, Florence is defined by its Renaissance charm, and it's just dominated by the magnificent Duomo. These aren't just pretty backdrops, they are structural, historical heavyweights. They provide the narrative backbone of any visit.
See, you're isolating the artifacts, but you're missing the connective tissue. The idea is that Italy captures your heart, not just your intellect. We're talking about wandering cobblestone streets, sitting in bustling squares, watching the serene canals. These aren't just containers for history, they are the experience itself. The magic isn't a checklist of sights, it's an emotional resonance you find in the atmosphere. You can study history in a book. You go to Italy to feel the pulse of a piazza.
Florence is quite literally described as an open-air museum. That phrasing itself implies the value lies in the curation of high culture. When you visit the Uffizi Gallery, you aren't there for the general atmosphere. You were there to engage with specific masterpieces by Botticelli, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci. Or, consider the tradition of the Trevi Fountain. These are ritualistic interactions with the past. The traveler is there as a witness to a legacy.
I dispute that the museum aspect is the defining memory. The real impact comes from the human action within those spaces, wandering along the Arno River or gliding along the Grand Canal in Venice. Think about the experience of watching the city wake up in the soft morning light. That is a sensory, almost ephemeral memory, totally distinct from the stone and mortar. The art treasures are present, yes, but the dream of the environment is the thing that has the lingering impact.
Yet even in that dream-like Venice, the entire experience is anchored by the stunning basilica of Piazza San Marco and the historic palaces. Without the ancient ruins, without that architectural gravity, Italy is, it's just another Mediterranean vacation. The history provides the distinction.
I just don't buy that the ruins are the only anchor. We have to address the journey of the senses, especially the cuisine. Pizza in Naples, fresh pasta in Bologna, the very specific small joy of savoring a cappuccino. These are placed on the same pedestal as the art. They aren't just meals, they're a form of cultural communion.
They are enjoyable, certainly, but are they essential to the core identity of the place?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. And this sensory immersion, it expands, to the rolling hills of Tuscany and the dramatic cliffs of the Amalfi Coast, which are described as nothing short of paradise. The visceral beauty of the landscape itself rivals the constructed history. The sensory input from the land and the food, it creates a connection just as deep as looking at a fresco.
I see those elements, the food, the hills as the setting for the story of culture and tradition that's told by the landmarks. The regional wines matter because they are part of a historical continuity, not just because they taste good. It all represents a deep, structured heritage.
But the memories that last a lifetime come from the blend. It's the food, the music, the people, the language, all coming together. It's about a total immersion, not a history lesson.
We'll have to leave it there. I maintain that while the senses are, of course, engaged, the enduring impact comes from walking through the eternal city and just witnessing the sheer scale of civilization.
And I'll maintain that the true magic lies in that blend of experiences, from a leisurely espresso to the crystal clear waters that allows the traveler to leave a piece of their heart behind.
Ultimately, whether it's through the ancient ruins or the atmosphere of a piazza, the destination demands a total surrender to the experience. That wraps up this session.
Indeed, there is always more to explore.